Alright.
All right. DCB and Party here. DCB, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, cool. Let's see here. We got the bracket pulled up right now. Little shaky start here, but I think we're about ready to get underway. So, as you can see from the bracket, first time doing a double elimination here. A lot of same names from last time.
Nice.
So we have we're going to be casting about half of the first wave up there in the top bracket, and then we'll be casting some of the end loser bracket there. We have our mods Pandana and Beer Runner helping out behind the scenes. Our first match here that I'm showing will be between Vecra and Chief 7262.
All right.
So we're ready to get underway. Let them note here.
Going into this, Bodvar pick from Vecra, and we're seeing that JN coming out of Chief again. I'm very hyped to see this gameplay, and I'm sure you are too. After now picking up Arcadia, wanting to see some great sword gameplay.
And I'm not just picking up because of our winters and watching that Arcadia. I'm still getting used to the downsig edge guard down there in the almost gold bracket. But
It is
let's
a very fun sig to work with. But Jane doesn't have any of that. Jane just has big swing, big damage, and you know what? You can't really go wrong with that.
right. Bodvar gets the first weapon, sword on sword here. That Jayan damage, though, is definitely going to be something to look out for. But of course, Bodvar gets swapped over to his other weapon, and he'll be right there with him, trying to get that wraparound with the hammer, right?
Of course, they're both gonna either play for the close range quick attacks, or they're gonna play for the longer range slower attacks. But at the same time, it's not to say their weapons don't have combo potential, because the greatsword and the hammer both have many mix-up options, especially the greatsword, right? Being able to just cancel any of your moves. Like, look at that. Not sure which way you want to dodge. Doesn't get an edge punish there, so Bodvar comes back onto the stage. Both are on the orange percent. Honestly, one really powerful sig at the edge, and I think either one of them could go out.
I like the thing with Arcadia too, being spear greatsword and the greatsword here. The side light, down light, just to start pretty much.
Oh
anything
my
makes it easy.
god!
That's a beating that just bopped in right there.
Just missed the finisher, but that was a beautiful combo on the greatsword. Absolutely stunning to watch. I would not be able to pull that off.
I'm just in the learning process on that greatsword, but the side light, down light into really side sig, depending on how far up you get him bouncing. Now we had Bodvar there in the red when he dropped, but gets the pound.
The read with the neutral sig. Great play by the Bodvar.
Keeps the hammer out. Jaeun getting the greatsword again.
Getting some damage off.
Just a couple misses there, but still turns, gets it in time.
I think both players realize right now using the sword is not the best option in case they end up. Oh my god! Just carrying him across the stage.
There's that damage that you were talking about with that greatsword right there. He's switching out so he can get the greatsword next time.
Just they know that the sword right now just won't work against another sword, or if they use a sword against one of the larger weapons, they're just going to end up getting outranged. And right now, I think Bodvar's in a bad position just not holding the sword right now, but I don't think he can afford to throw the weapon until another one spawns, you know?
Right, and trying to aim that that hammer inside that greatsword, gets inside that range of that hammer, lets Jaeun get really close.
Risky throw by Jaeun, leaving him unarmed for a few moments. Trying to go back for the weapon, but Bodvar's most certainly not going to let that happen.
Keeps a hold of the hammer, preps another hammer for the next go-around. Trying to keep that weapon out of Jaeun's hands. We got Jaeun in the red, so one good bop from the hammer should send him flying.
Grab the greatsword. Oh, tries going for the combo. Failed the Russian Mafia attempt.
Good weapon throw, though, gets the stun. Just misses.
Both miss each other. Throws the hammer. I don't know about that play. And then Jaeun gets the dodge read, and that will be game one. Giving Chief the victory.
Chief taking number one away. Back into the ban phase. So do you think...
straight into it.
Do you think that he will change up his style, or do you think he's going to stick to that hammer and see if he can't take that against the greatsword?
Oh, we got a legend swap. All right, well, I think the blasters are definitely going to be something that's going to come into play here against the greatsword. Because the one thing at least you can do with the greatsword is if you have range, keep it away. The hammer, it's a little bit harder to do that with, but I'm sure with the bow and the blasters for sure, he'll definitely have an easier time trying to keep the greatsword away.
Definitely. I just got a little bit of the Brawlhalla sound. Let me know if that's too much. There we go. Seeing the combos out on that bow right there, making the difference.
Not giving him a chance whatsoever. Absolutely getting rid of that first stock. No chance.
Seeing Vecra come in, maybe trying out or getting some practice in on Bodvar, but says, you know what, we're gonna go to a little bit more practiced character here in Diana.
Yeah, something we know. And that's something you love to see. That is something you love to see. You know, start off light, and then they're like, okay, we're not going against no rookie. We gotta know what we're doing here, and clearly they know what they're doing here.
A lot of good dodges coming out, trying to get in there with that sword. Switches out to the great sword, trying to get in close and get that punish there. Good combo here.
I feel like Chief's gonna have a little bit of a harder time with the greatsword since it's a smaller map. He won't be able to like really get a lot of the drags across the stage to get the finishing light attacks. But Hopefully, he'll still be able to get some kind of a cool combo like that. That
There you go,
works.
good combo.
That works. We still anything with the greatsword really, for me at least, is very impressive. You know, being able to cancel your moves.
Now, Greatsword typically is trying to send you off to one of the sides. He's got a decent upsig, but at the same time, Diana can, with those blasters, just take you up off the top. And I think this map has a lower ceiling, doesn't it?
This map is the smallest blast zones in every direction. Yeah, but it actually has a pretty high launch ceiling. For what this map is, it actually has a pretty high one. Not super high, but a little bit higher than you'd expect for how small the map is. But both of them are basically yeah, kill percent right there. Maybe not off the top for Diana, but one sig or one good heavy or one good light attack on the greatsword, and yeah, that should be the kill. Ooh, just
Standing
barely
up.
survives.
Just
Ooh,
misses
missed
the edge
side
guard.
layer. Missed the side light, so gets a free recovery. Does he finish it with this? No, dodges in, gets the recovery kill, and
There
that's
it goes. Chief
Very
just a
close
little
game
bit
right now.
behind. Not very, just a couple of hits off that greatsword will put him back to even.
This is anyone's game right now, honestly, and it's keeping me on the edge of my seat.
Well, Diana
What would we-
almost gets into that combo there.
All it
Nice
takes is
dodge.
that neutral sig to land on the bow, and it's over for Chief. The knockback on that move is crazy, and the angle is so disgusting. You're probably not gonna be able to recover from it.
Nice little pass
Ooh.
through there.
So at this point, I think Chief is going for that same combo read, and Vecra is just not gonna let him have it. Absolutely, just not dodging in the same direction, making sure he's mixing it up so that Chief can hit the combo, but it doesn't matter because he got the reset, giving him game 2. What a great match we just saw.
They were taking and trading those chip shots, chipping away at each other, and just the greatsword has that dunk potential. Usually takes on the blasters a little bit more of a combo to get them.
Honestly, my thoughts for this game would have been Vecra would have had the victory after that first stock, 0 to death, in like the first 10 seconds. I thought, you know what, Vecra's pulling out all the works, and he's making sure he's getting the dub here. But just goes to show you that Brawlhalla can be anyone's game.
Vecra bringing out the Black Knight.
Oh, I have to say, my bias, it might kick in throughout this match. We're gonna see Black Knight versus Black Mako. Interesting.
I haven't seen a Mako pick in a second. Vecra thinking twice about it.
Ooh, switches to Tai Lung, bringing out the Mordex. Funnily enough, those guitars that Mako's using come from a Mako skin. I don't know why the Mako skin isn't on, but man, maybe he doesn't like it, you know?
It could be. I like those guitars, though. That's pretty cool.
They're pretty sick.
So Chief up to Vecra was, you may remember, Chaos from the previous tournament. Made it all the way up to the end, I want to say, or right towards the end there.
I'm not sure.
Vecra needing just a second. Last tournament was a best of 3, so we're into the Vecra needing to win out these last 3. And off to Demon Island.
Very good map in my opinion. One of my personal favorites. I'm not a big platform person, so the less platforms on the map, the better.
2, 1, brawl!
Ooh, nobody
Vecna
grabs a
with
weapon
it.
off the start. Greatsword versus gauntlets off the ripper. See, that's the thing going for Chief right now. Demon Island is much larger than small Brawlhaven, so he's gonna be able to just slide across the entire stage with his combos if he can. If the opportunity arises, he's gonna be taking it.
Yeah, there's a lot of space to work with. Sliding them across left to right, right to left. That scythe, though, I like the ability to get that grab and get them thrown across and kind of give yourself some breathing
Yeah.
space.
I mean, Mordex has always been one of the most played characters because when you know what you're doing with him, you just have control over the opponent. Between the gauntlets and the scythe, you can just grab people and throw them around whichever way you want, just so you can have control over the stage.
Close call there for Vecra as he's launched up into the air, but he's getting a couple chips in. They're both at about the same health, so one
Demon
good bop
Island
either direction.
Demon Island having that very high blast zone, you know. If you're not sure you're gonna kill off the top, it's probably not your safest bet. But oh, all right. I was gonna say, are we gonna see a weapon swap here? But no, we're still seeing the greatsword. Ooh, almost getting taken out by a heavy attack.
Chief
Oh.
feeling very comfortable with that greatsword and making it work.
Definitely, but I think
Good
that's gonna
throw.
kill. Yep, Vecra getting him with the down sig, making sure the game is now 2-2. A little bit behind on Vecra's end, but nothing I don't think he can come back from. A little bit of damage and he'll be right back. But Chief is just gonna start dragging him across the stage, and this is exactly what I mean by this map is built for Chief with the greatsword. Look at that, light yellow to red after one combo, 2 reads. That's all it took. And is that gonna be the stock? Yes,
There it
it
is.
is. Oh my God. Chief giving him absolutely no breathing room and deciding, you know what? It's not fair with the greatsword, so I'm gonna bring out the Katars now.
Says he needs to get a little practice in on the Katars. Hasn't been able to knock him out with the Katars just yet. So says, you know what? We'll go a little bit, get the extra credit on the Katars, and if I lose this stock, then we'll go back to the greatsword.
I think that's the plan going right now.
Scoops it up.
Oh,
Says, now let's
Says,
close
get
it
rid of
out.
them. I just want to end the match.
Getting a little bit risky out there, out on the side, but misses it, but gets back on. Vecra there
With
in
that
the red.
extra stock in the yellow, he's allowed to play it a little risky. He knows what he's doing. He's comfortable with it. And he's like, you know what? I get hit, I'll live. If I die, I'll have another stock. You know. And that's just gonna close off the set. Solid combos coming out from Chief. Honestly, Par, I don't know where you find these people, but wow.
He was, and the thing is, he wasn't even taking it left to right. He was taking it to the left, then he'd switch it back and go the other direction. He'd switch it back and go the other direction. Just kept the combo going.
He didn't know which way he wanted to go.
But that does put Chief moving on with a 3-0. I will get that updated on the bracket for us. Vecra, thank you again for being out. That will send him down to his second match, with every opportunity to come back in towards the end.
Oh, Z-Pac DQ'd?
Looks like Z-Pac was a no-show. Z-Pac was there for us last time. Let's go ahead and get Chief a 3.
I'll fill his spot.
That should bring us up to the A match, which will be Mochi versus Vincent.
After this tournament is over, I definitely want a match against Chief.
Definitely,
I gotta
seeing that action firsthand.
I have to be involved some way or another, you know.
All right, we're getting the code for the next match. Again, Mochi versus Vincent, Z-Pac and Vecra. I will actually be able to get a sub in for Z-Pac. Give me just a second. You may recall Axe to the Max is willing to jump start in the loser's bracket, and work his way through. So Vecra will have someone to jump in against. And I just need the code, getting that put in right now.
Custom.
We should join this room. All right. And I am down to spectating. We will swap on over. And this will have Mochi versus this is Vincent. As soon as we can get him in. And I recall if previously you said that the greatsword was underwhelming when it all came about.
When it came out, the weapon?
Yeah, you said that people were underwhelmed with it, or what was the situation when?
It was overpowered. It was so good. It like the cancels you're seeing now were being done on crack. There was no end lag. There was no startup. It was powerful. It was just a crazy weapon. Jayon was like normally when they drop a new character, they have a big tournament that comes up right after it, and they always have the new character not allowed in the tournament, and it was for good reason because Jayon was easily the best character in the game because of the Great Sword, easily.
I definitely do enjoy the great sword. It's definitely a little bit clunkier in my hands, but I'm starting to get a feel for those.
During the time when Jane came out, my little pea brain, I didn't realize there was any problems with it. I was having fun. I was like, "Oh yeah, Great Sword is a cool weapon." And then I saw Sandstorm, the number one player at the time, like pull it out and just start using it. I was like, "What? The weapon came out 2 days ago. How do you know all this already?" And yeah, no, the Great Sword was a big problem when it first dropped. Even now, I feel like wouldn't be an understatement to say it's easily still like top three weapons in the game.
I mean, we got shown by Chief what the great sword is capable of doing. So there's a lot of work that can be done that does such a large amount of damage.
It's it has a lot of very easy bread and butters. I think that's what really makes the great sword really good. Is you don't need to know every read combo to use the weapon. There's a lot of very simple things you could do. Like I think down air, landing down air on air. You know, like that's a very simple combo finisher, kill finisher that kills off the top. You know, you don't need any of the crazy cancels to be able to play the great sword. Of course, it helps if you do because then you can do stuff like what Chief did, bringing him from light yellow to red with one combo. But at the same time, just being able to like put two and two together with the greatsword can still make the weapon super viable.
Right. It's just you don't have to grab cancel like you said. You just kind of push. You can push your lights together and then sig right off the top, and you're looking at if they're at full, you're still putting them pretty far off the map.
Like it's a great weapon overall. The characters that hold the weapon are also very good. Great weapon combinations. Jayon with the great sword, regular sword. Good in for getting close, and then if he needs the heavier weapon, he's got the heavier weapon. Mako with the great sword, got the big weapon. Needs like a quick fighting weapon, like a smaller one, got the guitars. The only one I would say is probably Magyar, having the hammer and the great sword. I think that one really just is like more of a doubles character, like suited for doubles, just two heavy weapons. If they need somebody with like quick combos and everything, throw in your other character and then have Magyar go for the finishers because a lot of the moves are finishers there, and I mean you can't really go wrong when you have a character that's good for finishing combos. In doubles, it goes really well, and honestly, I'm excited for you guys. If you ever start having doubles tournaments, that is what I'm gonna be excited for.
Looks like we have a sub in. Vincent unable to arrive. He may be able to check in for the losers bracket, but we have Axie coming in from Axie Gaming. So this is Vincent on the bracket has been swapped over to Axie Axe to the Max Gaming up here against Mochi. Koji versus Rayman.
My bias is leaning towards the Koji, but I will not hold anything against Axie.
I know your personal feelings against Rayman.
Very strong feelings, and they're not good ones.
Alright, Mochi gets a hold of the first weapon.
Ooh, not gonna let Axie get a weapon now, it looks like. Or maybe they just wanted the sword. Whatever the option was, Axie ends up grabbing the gauntlets. A lot of jumping around going on from both players.
Just getting a feel for the air here.
Yeah.
Axie
throwing the weapon. I wouldn't recommend that.
Koji quickly on the punish there.
Not
Guarding
letting
the
him
weapon.
grab the weapon. Axie ends up grabbing the axe. I know from when I played against Axie, the axe is definitely his better weapon out of the two on Rayman, but already I think he's taken too much damage on the stock to really make a lot of work on it, but who knows?
He gets a
I've been
couple
wrong
of
before.
decent lights, and that'll put Mochi down into the red. That axe damage is nothing to sneeze at.
Absolutely not. And the knockback on top of it too. But Koji ends up taking the first stock. Rayman coming back. Got the gauntlets. Just not really sure how to get in. Axie's trying to look at this at a different angle each time, and Mochi just says, "Okay, well, you're using the back door, but I blocked the back door too. So how you gonna get in now?" And then Mochi's like, "I'm gonna go through the window," but he closed the window.
Mochi
It's not letting him get in at all.
Mochi just being patient with those light combos, not going in for like too large of a string or trying to overextend.
Beautiful read by Mochi over there, predicting that he'd jump off, going for the ground pound, and just taking him off. This is not looking too good for Axie right now.
Good double tap there.
Just not really letting him get a chance to know what's going on. Double
Mochi
down air,
pressing the
taking him
attack.
out. Oh! No, I was gonna say at least Axie got one stock there, but just barely lived.
It looked like it was there, but just short of getting him off the bottom. Mochi switching over to Fate on this one.
Oh, and Axie switching over to Nyx. Interesting. I haven't seen Axie play anything other than Rayman, so I'm gonna be really paying attention to this Nyx gameplay.
I hope that Nyx is his ace in the hole card, and he's just going ahead and bringing it on out. Says, "All right, you know what? So I've been a secret Nyx player this whole time.
This whole time I've mastered the gauntlet, the blasters. I've mastered the scythe, and now I'm ready. I'm ready to."
But I
put it to
named
work.
myself Axie just to throw you even further off the scent.
Yep.
I've been a scythe player this whole time.
This whole time, I actually play unarmed. I've been bamboozling you.
2, 1, brawl.
Mochi is the favorite in this tournament, just having won the previous.
Honestly, just like it was last tournament, I really want to see where Chief ends up going with that greatsword. I love watching the greatsword. I think just being able to use the weapon is it's so fun to watch. It's the dragging people across the stage with a giant sword. Something about it is just so good. But Mochi just not giving Axie any breathing room whatsoever.
Barely having to play on the stage at all. Just keeps out, comes back, gets the touch, and gets back off the stage, keeping him off to that side. On the tournament bracket, though, nobody is any there's nobody you can really sleep on here. Even though we saw Vecra go down in the last one, I mean, we saw him previously just doing an awesome job too. Nico Nerd as well is one of the sleepers here. I think he'll be able to surprise us.
I mean, even though Vecra lost last match or the last bracket, it wasn't to say that Chief was absolutely destroying him. And no, Vecra was putting in the work too. Especially game 2, it came very close down to the wire. So right now, from what I'm seeing, I don't think there are any sleepers in this tournament right now. Everybody has a chance, and that's what you want to see. When everybody has a chance, that's what keeps the stakes high and keeps people engaged. Because you never know what's gonna come out of somebody's arsenal.
Gets the hook, sends him off to the side,
Double
keeps
down
down
there,
on him.
brings him in, sends him back. Oh, misses the last down there for the
Just missed
combo.
it.
But still, very outstanding gameplay from Mochi. And are we gonna see another legend swap, or are we still gonna see some scythe gameplay? Ooh, bring back the Rayman.
I like the emote. I guess I'm going back to Rayman. I guess I have to do this axe action.
I can't afford to not give it my all.
Got a message here. Mochi in the think tank a little bit.
Mochi thought it was a best of 3, so.
Oh, it's all good.
Isaiah, alright. So we're seeing blasters again, but now we're seeing the cannon.
Haven't seen much of the cannon. I really like watching the cannon do work. It's just, it feels good to have that big dunk feel every time. It's just
Every time it hits, yeah.
such a loud
3,
weapon.
It's a
Just
really like in your face weapon. Yeah, it's not like a little like a little sword, or it's not a little rinky dinky toy. You know, this is the hippopotamus for Christmas.
that is an awesome skin on it as well.
The double barrel really adds to the feel. Ooh, Axie canceling him with the down air.
Good couple hits in there.
Ooh, off the stage. You want to be very careful when you're playing against Isaiah off stage. He has so many options to either send you off, send you up, send you down. There really just is no safe place to be against an Isaiah when you're off stage.
And the cannon with that additional just push straight to the side can get you back to the stage so easily too.
Makes you wonder why people like Boomy have been rocking with Isaiah for as long as they were when he came out. That'll be the
Yes.
first stock of the match.
Knock up there as he switches to the blasters. Axie looking to get down to that weapon. He gets his gloves on.
It's boxing time.
I don't think I would bring gloves to a gunfight, but let's see how it works out on Rayman. He does have that little bit of a spring to his step, so he
Yeah.
can probably get in there.
I definitely would agree with you there on that one, though. Between the knife and the gun, I don't know why I would choose the boxing glove. Personally, I think that would be a misplay on my end, and I would probably deserve to get shot at that point. You know,
Ooh, almost gets back, but gets denied.
the down air. Oh, dirty angle, just barely missing the stage, and that's gonna be it for Axie's second stock.
Tries to get that recover back up just underneath the level, though, not enough to get back up onto the stage.
Very unfortunate for him. I'm hoping Axie could at least grab one stock here before he gets inevitably eliminated from the winners bracket. Because the way it's going right now, I think that Mochi, you know, he's giving him a chance, but at the same time, you know, not giving him any breathing room. But you know, you have to respect that for Mochi, as Mochi's not disrespecting him. He's treating him like any other player he'd be fighting, and you know, I really love that when it comes to the tournaments. You know, you got to give them the respect, because when they get the stock, they earned it. That wasn't Mochi going easy on him.
I also like that you get to see a couple of different legends coming out of Mochi. You know, he's not just sticking to the one. He's not one tricking. Yeah, he's getting some activity on a couple different ones, getting a feel for the blasters there.
The blasters. We saw some Fate. Now we're seeing Isaiah. Then we saw the Koji. You know, like we're seeing all kinds of weapons.
Axe off to the side.
And it's a gravity cancel neutralite on the side of the stage, taking him out. And that's going to be this bracket over.
Very solid match there. Axe, thank you for jumping in. You do still have a match ahead of you. Let's get this put together.
You are not done yet.
You are not out of this just yet, but we do have a pair of 3-0s in the first. Looks like we had by Dino also not able to make it, so this bracket will go actually relatively quickly with our 8 players down to 6.
It's unfortunate.
In the losers, we will go ahead and pair up.
I could have filled in a match.
Hold on a second, I messed this up. Can I fix this? Report. Moderate. How do I fix this? Awesome. Uh-oh. Got all kinds of things going on here. Let me get this situated. Verify match results complete. I can't. Can I really not? I'll be frustrated. So we need Nico and Mochi, as well as Javo and Chief. Do we have a code for Chief and Javo?
Custom.
Let's go ahead and get into it. right, we're getting the code ready for the next match here. Got a couple of folks not here. That'd be by Dinu. All right, we have it fixed. So we got Mochi and Nico, Javo and Chief, and then we should have Axe and Vecra. And then whoever wins on that will pass into the L bracket or the M bracket, depending. We're just going to go ahead and take the two that Zpoc and Dino were not able to make it, so we'll just pair those two up, and then whoever wins of that will move on. Getting the codes. All right, code is out.
Oh, and the match everybody wants to see.
All right, we've got one in. And this will be match E, Mochi versus Nico Nerd.
Love it.
Winner of this
Well-
will move on to G. Loser will drop in to play the winner of Vecra versus Axie Gaming.
Lovely. Little off topic here, but does anybody play Rainbow Six Siege?
I have not hit Rainbow Six Siege in a hot minute. I played it back like in launch and for the first handful of months.
They're having the their esports tournament, like the one they have every year, and it's actually in my home city this year. So my friend is working the hall, the reception, and I might be able to get him for free
Now that is awesome.
instead of paying $400 for a VIP ticket. So yeah,
Hard pass, yeah, on $400 ticket to
yeah,
get.
no, 175 for the regular one, but I'm not gonna see anything up there. So even 175 to watch a game, yeah, I don't know. But if she can get me in, by all means.
Hell yeah. Mochi having to do a back-to-back game. Thank you
I
guys
don't
for your
think Mochi's
patience
still playing.
with these couple of no-shows. Nico pulling out the Yumiko.
Shout out to our people behind the camera right now, taking care of everything.
Doing a lot of work, a lot of running around. Hey, a Vrax pick.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, this is gonna be even worse than my Axie bias.
I can't tell. Do you love Vrax or do you hate Vrax?
Absolutely despise Rex. My first time going to Diamond, this was the guy gatekeeping Diamond for me. I ran into a toxic Vrax 3 times in a row, the same one, my match right before Diamond, and he would just spam his taunts and spam his sigs, and I cried about it for a long time.
For me, it's just the other players that are blocking me from gold.
Don't worry, with enough watching, honestly, you don't even have to play, just watching how other people play, that'll definitely help you.
Alright, we got my most hated weapon, which happens to be the lance. It travels so far and does so much. It's awesome. Good dodge there by Nico there off the edge.
Not letting that connect at all.
Vrax getting
Seeing another blaster legend coming up for Mochi again. But we are seeing a new weapon in the lance, which is always fun.
Nico just misses the edge.
Unfortunate that he didn't have his dodge up, but it's okay. This is still winnable. That's the one thing with this game. It's never over. But then again...
Taking a ride on the lance, going off the edge, though.
Ooh, whipping out a taunt. Nico is not a fan. Not a fan. Well, that's another thing I really don't like about Vrax. His SIGs are very stupid.
Nico playing on the edge, gets a couple unarmed hits in. Switches up to the bow. Not too far behind here.
The Yumiko pick is a very interesting pick for me. I don't really see too many Yumikos anymore, you know? The setup SIGs just, I guess a lot of people don't go crazy for them, but if you know what you're doing, the setup SIGs are insane for combos.
I'm curious as to if it's just the namesake, like Axie has to play an Axe legend. Does Yumiko Nico Nerd have to play the
character has eco? Yeah, it's true. That's true.
See, I take a ride on this train every time.
And it's over. At least he took the stock. He took the stock at least. He said, you know what, if you're going to carry me off, you're coming with me.
I think every time against a Lance player, I take a ride. Thankfully, in the gold bracket, they can't ride that train for that long, as much as Mochi just did there. But yeah, I just put my controller down and just weep silently to myself.
I was about to say, when I was in the gold train, when I was in gold, I took a lot of people on that train.
Oh yes, your main is what, spear and
Lance Orion.
Yeah.
I took a lot of people on that train, and then I hit like plat, and then I left my nerd virgin Lance player and switched to the Giga Chad spear player.
Spear is still near and dear to the heart. I don't think I'll ever get off the spear until I'm, into a place where I feel like training with another legend here.
Well, there's always different legends that you... Ooh, good recovery coming out there. That could have been the stock. That's another thing from... Oh, Mochi just barely getting to the touch. I love the offstage gameplay that we're seeing right now. Mochi knowing when to use a dodge offstage is something I've picked up on, and it's very... I want to say impressive, because a lot of people will burn the dodge trying to recover, burn the dodge just getting onto the stage. Mochi saves that dodge, knowing whenever there's going to be like a moment where the edge guard will be fatal, save the dodge. Like in that instance, he could have recovered, and Mochi would have saved his dodge for that down air.
It does make Mochi work for it. And then, like I said, with Nico, it's not somebody to sleep on.
Absolutely not. We're seeing very good offstage combat. Just Mochi's being able to play around it, which is just as good, right?
The scythe being also very solid up on the edge as well.
Of course, one of the most controlling weapons. Just not letting you, not really letting you play safe. Whether you go above it, whether you're under it, it doesn't matter where you are. The scythe has some kind of option to like play around with you.
Mochi getting a bit of extra credit here coming into this stock, but we see Nico pop him off the edge. There
Gets
it goes.
The punish. Beautiful. I have to say, Koji SIGs, for how boring they are, work. They just work. They don't need to be crazy. Yeah, they just shoot right in front of him, shoot right above him. The sword SIGs, they just attack right in front of him, But they work. They do what they're supposed to do.
There's no need to do anything flashy or gimmicky. Just a nice, clean bop and send you off and on to the next stock.
I'd say the most gimmicky SIG Koji has is probably a sword down SIG where he does that little anime dash, but even that it's practical for the most part.
Sometimes you just have to storm Area 51, okay? It is what it is.
Of course.
Again, playing off the edge there. That scythe, though, if it gets a nice grab and sends you downward, it's hard to come back from.
Yep. It's not fun to play against. It's not fun to play around. And when it happens, you gotta pray somebody makes a mistake and it's not you.
Koji wanting to get in a little bit tighter there with the sword.
Honestly, I would have thought, right now Nico would have been playing the bow. I guess like that would be their weapon because it's the two weapons Yumiko and Koji have in common, and he's doing a lot more work with the bow than he is with the sword, unfortunately for him.
Mochi meets
And
him off the side.
yep,
Player 2 wins.
very small blast zones on Brawlhalla, and so it's something you have to account for. Playing off stage, you can get hit by anything, and seeing a Teska pick coming out from Mochi, interesting.
Has Mochi been on the same legend more than once?
I don't think so. We've seen a few. We've seen a few of the same weapons, like blasters, but we have not seen. We have not seen the same legend.
Going damage increase on Tezuka too. That can punish. Those battle boots already do a pretty decent combo. Putting a little extra damage on it definitely will push him
Give
a little
him
bit up.
A little edge, yeah. Look at that, just straight going for him. No time to like understand what's going on. Just straight up. All right, the match just started. You're at orange. Ooh,
Koji
missed the
right
neutral
there.
stick. Ooh, gets a good little offstage combo. Fortunately,
Recovery.
can't do anything with it. Ran out of his jumps, but both a little bit scared. I don't know what's going on. Neither of them want to attack right now. Switches weapons on Koji here, whipping out the bow. That might be it barely dodges. Very good. Gets
Hits
that
with
little
the
recovery. Now we're seeing some battle boots. I was gonna say, is that gonna take the stock? I would have lost it, but we're good. We're good. Battle boots are that OP. I'm tripping.
That the Tezuka battle boot train I also ride on these days. If he
That's
can
very
string that
fair.
together,
Yeah, that's very fair. When you don't
Nice
know
dodge.
what to expect. I think that recovery, barely lives. Yeah, no, battle boots recovery is a very powerful recovery kill. But
nice hit.
good side to coming out. Like I said, very boring, but does what it needs to do. It's a very practical sig. Oh,
Cleans it
respawn
up.
heavy attack. You have to be careful for the most part. Like, if you're not ready for the respawn heavy attack, I feel like that's on you. You can never trust somebody coming out of iframes.
Yes, I'm in the process of learning the anything you damn well do when you come out, that your iframes are over. So
Yep.
if you go to pick up a weapon and they're just there to dodge it, you're not going to keep your iframes. You're getting destroyed. So for all my
That's
fellow silvers out there, you've learned a thing now.
It's not like Smash where you can respawn and have a few frames of invincibility.
Yeah, regardless what you do.
This is the moment you click a button that isn't a movement one, iframe's gone.
Just adds a little bit of more strategy to it. I know a lot of people, compare Smash as well as Brawlhalla together, and there's those subtle differences that make it such a different game.
This is a very different game, and it's an argument I've been having almost, I want to say my whole life, but the 5 years of playing this game, I have to say that's the one repeating argument that I kind of get tired of like having. If you're too like in your own, that would have been a beautiful down if that hit. But I
Nice
think
hit
that's
by
the
Nico.
stock. Great side air.
All right, Nico trying to get in some extra credit here before losing this stock there in the red. Just needs to get a
And
few
knew it.
good hits in.
Nico did it. Took that stock with that side air, bringing it to a very close game right now. But as for the argument between Smash and Brawlhalla, yeah, no, if you're too arrogant to like see the differences in the game, then that's your own thing. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and try to convince you that it's a different game.
I mean, I'm not out here spamming pick up Pokeball and throw it in the middle and then hide on the corners like I could in Smash.
Yeah. Of course. Also, have to say the weapon throw, very interesting choice. I don't know why that would be an option for Nico here, but I mean you can see why throwing the weapon is bad now. Like he's just gonna get weapon starved, trying to go for the weapon, so he's gonna get red anytime a weapon spawns. But yeah, like he has no options now. He can't do anything.
Mochi
That
kind of started
one
it.
simple mistake, you know. Okay, grabs a sword. See what he can do with it.
Gets Mochi down into that yellow-orange area.
Ooh.
I
Very
think a good
close.
combo could bring Nico back to even on health. Switches back to that bow. Ooh,
And that's
gets
gonna
that
do
bop
it. Gets the
upward.
read,
Player 2 wins.
giving him the game 2 or is that game 3?
I would put the game 3 over to
Yeah.
Mochi. We'll move over to our next live match, which will be F. Nico, great match. appreciate you being here. That'll drop Nico down to playing against Vecra in the M match. And we have a room number already ready for match F, which we will go ahead and do, which is Javo versus Chief. So let's get in there real quick. We get to see Chief make some more action here.
Super cool.
And we need Pandana to back off the podium to let Chief in when he's ready. And this will be the first we see of Javo in the tournament. Javo was in the January tournament. And let's go on over. And we got Chief versus Javo. Curious to see who Chief brings. We thinking we're going to see another great sword here?
Most likely. Mako's coming out, and Javo's bringing out the Onyx.
Again, love seeing Cannon. Have not seen a whole lot of Onyx. There was one Onyx, I think, brought out in the Winters tournament.
Honestly, I'm very surprised. I'm not too surprised, just because the low dexterity and low damage is something that's like very off-putting. A lot of people don't like the high defense characters, but Onyx Sigs, I think, more than make up for it. If you know how to use them, they're very good coverage moves, especially that down sig on Cannon, where you just become a rock. But the gauntlet side sig, or the gauntlet sigs in general, are very practical for the weapon.
Also,
Very good for combos.
Huge props on the skin use on Onyx there. That's
Absolutely
just awesome.
I love the Snow Yeti skin on Onyx. I was very tempted. Honestly, the big reason I wanted it, the cannon. It has a giant snow globe at the back. I love it.
I didn't even take a look at that. I'll have to see that as we get into it.
Oh no, he's using Skyforge cannon, so.
Oh, he doesn't have that cannon equipped. I got you.
Yeah.
First weapon pickup by Javo.
We're going back to small Brawlhaven, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for Chief to get his combos going. As I say that as he proves me wrong.
He's definitely able to get, as long as the opponent allows him there, but he definitely gets the side to side kind of gasp. The thing with the Katars is the same thing. You want to kind of go left to right all the way across. They just zigzag.
Ooh, weapon throw. Yikes.
Nice cannon.
Will Javo let him get the weapon? Ooh, tried going for the guard, but messed it up a little bit. I think they're both a little bit afraid of pushing each other too hard and then ending up in a combo. Chief more so for the fact that he is definitely in kill percent to an Onyx Sig. Yikes, Chief threw away his weapon. No weapon now. Okay, gets the Katars. Okay, little two-hitter. Nice,
Starts a
good
little
read.
combo there.
Ooh, okay, good dodge. Ooh, misses the down
Javo
sig.
on the edge there.
Nice. Ooh, good cancel. Whips out the down sig. I don't think it's going to be enough for Onyx, yeah.
Javo's still there
Doesn't
on
get
the edge.
And he has no jumps, and he doesn't punish it. And Javo gets out the weapon. This is anybody's stock right now. They're both kill percent. They're both armed. Anybody could really win this.
He almost had him with that one, just barely
That
out.
side sig, if he held it for like a half a second longer, it would have been the stock. They're both very nervous. You can see it in the gameplay right now. Neither of them want to do anything, and there we go. Javo, unfortunately, not having his dodge to get a down air confirmed. Very easily could take out Chief's stock right here. A light attack could do it. A sig will most definitely do it, no matter which one it is. But Chief's getting all the damage he can pull out of his stock right now, no matter what. You know what? He knows he's dead, so he's gonna play risky. He's gonna try getting some damage in.
There we
But
go, Javo.
Fighter's gonna come out, and Javo's gonna take the first stock.
Decides to keep the cannon there. I like the reason that we moved to the best of 5 format. Let him get the read. And that's what we're kind of seeing here is a couple of reads on how they're going to dodge and how they're going to play into each other. So more the next match will be interesting to see what they've been able to pick up.
Exactly. Is the finals gonna be a best of 5, or
So
is it going to be?
the final will still be a best of 5, with whoever comes up from the losers bracket having to win 2 over.
Got it.
Nice great sword combo. That great sword is going to be something to compete with.
Of course, you can't be sleeping on it at all. It's you know what? Like, it's there, and you have to understand. Double side sig, very good. Its presence is there, and you can't just say, okay, he has the great sword, and he knows the combos, because it's more than that. Because he doesn't just know the combos, he knows your dodge patterns. Like, look at it. He knows where you're gonna go every time. Once Chief learns the dodge patterns, it's over for your stock. The damage is gonna come out, and you're not gonna be able to do anything. So I think the best way to counterplay Chief is forget trying to understand his play style, and just focus on your mix-ups. You have to really work on your mix-ups. If you're not dodging the same place, you're good. He won't be able to predict it as easily. Once you're done worrying about your mix-ups when you're in the greatsword combo, then you're fine. Because clearly, Javo knows how to play his character. He knows his combos. He knows how to play around. It's just getting stuck in the greatsword combo. That's what you don't want. Like, right now, it's a very close game. Anybody could win this. Ooh, good catch.
Javo off the edge.
That's it.
Good play by Javo there, switching out from that cannon into the gloves.
And that's another thing when you're playing a character. You have 2 weapons. You have 2 weapons, and your opponent has 2 weapons. So don't get too comfortable with that one weapon. If you see one weapon isn't working, that's a different story. But let's see where we're going. Oh, back to small Brawlhaven. He's bringing out the Jayun.
Jayun to get that sword combo in if he needs to get a little bit of uptick in his speed.
This is the Battle Pass Jayun skin, I think. Could be wrong, but it's a pretty good skin once it levels up.
Javo on the pickup. Chief right behind him with the sword. Had a feeling we were going to start seeing a similar match that we had between Mochi and Nico there on that edge, but they brought it back into the center.
I think Chief wants to stay a little bit away from the ledge, knowing that Javo definitely knows what he's doing off the stage after last match. Ooh, didn't get the right dodge read, so that combo that could have been easily the ender after he had no jumps doesn't go his way, but it's okay. Oh, cancels the recovery. That might be it. Yup. Honestly, like, whenever you see that star effect come out when you cancel someone's recovery, they're in the palm of your hand off stage. Like, they just lost their offensive option. And without their offensive option, the gauntlets can just, like Javo keeps doing, just drops on him with that ground pound.
Yeah, just the good old double axe handle just takes you down. So I think Chief wants to play us closer towards the center of the map. Javo wants to be more on the edge.
Nice read. Goes for the kill off the top again. Honestly, I don't know why he went back for the kill off the top after it didn't work the first time, but you know what? It came out the second time, which is always good.
If you don't succeed, right? Try again.
Yeah.
Good little combo there from Javo. Javo out on the edge, trying to get Chief to come out there with him.
Ooh,
good
little
bop.
side sig.
Javo ready to take action, just misses out.
That definitely would have been the stock, 100%. Another down sig. Will he go for another side sig? No, he's gonna play a little passive and hold back on the stage. I think that might be the stock.
Chief has a chance here.
Got it.
Still in it. 2-2
air.
even.
Recovery.
Yes,
A little too far for the combo. Hits it on the stage though. Alright, he's gonna try making out whatever damage he can get on this stock, knowing that his stock's about to go down. He's gonna get whatever damage he can get right now. And you know what? He's doing a pretty good job of it. He got him to orange. Honestly, for what he did at the percent he was at, that was good.
Still anybody's. If he can get a single greatsword combo off, that'll put Javo out, and we'll be on to 1 stock apiece.
But Javo's not letting him have any breathing room either.
That first one getting a feel for one another, I think Javo's now got a good feel
there
for
we
those
go.
reads.
You say as Chief lands a beautiful greatsword combo.
Chief just a little bit behind there, going up into the orange. Ooh, here's
This
Javo
is
on the
still anyone's
edge.
game, but it's definitely looking more into Javo's favor, just because he's keeping him at bay off stage. Chief being in the red, Javo being completely untouched. Does not really leaving Chief many options. Gets a little read. Not I wouldn't say it's enough to really bring back the game. Throws the great sword. I think that is gonna cost him the game.
Wanted to go for that unarmed up action. Oh, there it
Side
is.
fight, Nair. Man, that's gonna give Javo game 2. Sticking with the Onyx. Sticking with what he knows.
Javo liking that cannon. It's good to see the cannon
Bring
getting some
out
serious action.
the Lucian. Very interesting.
Has the speed on both of them for their stances.
With Lucian, I could understand it. You know, you want him to be a fast guy, just running around, throwing out his moves, keeping you on the edge, not really letting you play the game. Onyx, I definitely would say it's an interesting choice, getting rid of dexterity to add speed. I guess maybe to make your gauntlets a bit more versatile. You're taking away one thing from them and giving them another.
Honestly, the difference with an Onyx having such high defense may be the difference maker. They were so close that if he was on any other champion, that little bit of defense difference may have been enough. The Katars versus the gloves here. Oh, swaps it out. Katar's just so quick. Gonna try and get in, get out.
He has to be careful though, because all it takes is one little reversal when he has the gauntlets, and that could be it. You know. My dog is barking up a storm right now.
Javo in the red, Chief just
Like
behind
right
him in the
now,
orange.
that defense came in clutch, keeping him alive. Ooh, will he finish it off? No, not with a double nair, but gets the reversal into
There
the.
goes Chief. Chief to the Katars. Javo looking for a weapon. Gets a hold of his gloves.
Oh, gets a little read with the recovery. Doesn't get the second one, so stock isn't over yet. Hits the side signal, and that'll definitely take the stock.
Takes him to just about even Javo with like a single tap on him. Blasters and cannon. Ooh, Javo almost gets started on a very nasty combo if he had connected there.
Definitely would have been it.
I just love the mobility on the cannon. You just don't expect it, and then all of a sudden he's half of the stage.
It's a very fun weapon, and it's very fun to watch too. Just not letting him have any breathing room, but at the same time, you know, there's a whole lot of moves coming on, a whole lot of nothing happening. You know, there's attacks coming out, but they're both still like light yellow. Javo just getting into the orange now. Switches to the gauntlets, gets off the cannon, realizing, you know what, I'm not going anywhere with that weapon against these Katars. But at the same time now, the Katars are kind of putting in the work on the gauntlets, so it's a bit of a crossroads for Javo right now. Not really sure what the best option is. Ooh, Chief misses his combo, giving Javo some more damage. I mean, like you see the difference in damage, right? Like after 2 hits, Chief is in red. Javo needed a whole combo to be brought from yellow to orange, and then orange to red, and then three hits later, Javo takes the stock from light orange. You know.
Javo just trying to get in whatever credit he can here before this stock goes. There it is. Ooh, no, he's still on. Chief hesitant to get off that edge there.
I don't blame him.
Pops him off. And we're about even again. 1-1. Chief needing to pull this game through.
I believe him. I think he can pull through. This is really anybody's game. I keep saying it, but it really is anybody's game. It's gonna be a close one for sure. I think though the way it's gonna go is the way that the rest of this match is gone, which is just Javo gets in a few good heavy hits, and that's it for Chief. Chief just has to work so much more to get his damage off. Whereas Javo just, like I said before, like 3 hits and like the damage is just there.
Right, the
You
damage output fairly close on both. Ooh, nice combo there
Look
from
at that
Chief.
good combo just to tie up the stock.
The difference maker that defense on Onyx just makes those chip damages chip barely at all off of that rock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just
there
look
you
at
go.
that.
Chief
Two
has a
hits, two
chance
hits.
here. Could get back on the edge.
This is very dangerous for Chief right now. One hit and he's dead. One sig and he's gone. Ooh, barely dodging that neutral sig. Switching to the blasters. Nair, oh, just barely lives. Lands back on the stage. Not sure how to approach.
Chief trying to come in from any angle he can get a pop on.
Dodger.
Good throw.
If the weapon confirmed into that, that would have been insane.
And we are just like that, back to even.
Oh
There it
my
is.
god!
Chief takes it off the top.
With the side sig.
Good, great
Beautiful.
game there,
Like I
taking it
said,
out.
Anyone's game, and Chief proved me right with that one. Absolutely insane side stick coming from Chief.
Still an uphill road for Chief, sticking on that Lucian
Not
there.
out of the mud yet. He is not out of the mud.
Two more though. It's entirely doable.
It is. It is not over yet.
An update on the lower bracket. Looks like Nico Nerd has taken the win over Vecra, putting him into the N bracket. So the loser out will pop in against.
One brawl.
Let's see. The loser here will play Nico. Those light hits just barely doing any chip damage. All those landed, and we still have Javo just there in the yellow going on orange. Ooh, tries to take him up and off the top. Javo out to the gloves. Chief, nice moves over off the edge. Javo trying to get him to come out there and fight.
Chief definitely does not want to play offstage on Apocalypse with such a low blast zone and such small walls. All it really takes is one good gauntlet throw, and he's not recovering. Good
Pops
little
to the
combo there.
blasters.
Ooh, gets hit with the side sig. Doesn't get hit with the second one. That would have definitely been the stock. Downlight sider. Bread and butter for the blasters. Gets
Oh,
the
just misses.
downlight, but doesn't get the kill.
Chief out to the side, ready for some action here. Ooh, pops
Going for the
stage.
ground pound cancel. And that should be the stock. Oh, Onyx tanks it. High blast zones, so it's going to be a lot harder to get kills off the top on this map.
I wouldn't mind seeing the stats of just hits landed.
Oh, very good. I know in the most recent Brawlhalla tournament when they stream, they actually like have like a display for the amount of damage somebody did with like what weapon.
Right, yeah, per weapon. It'd be nice to be plugged into that, because Chief has definitely been landing hits. But again, the defense on Onyx just tanks so much of it off the top. Chief with another pound on the stage.
Switch it back to guitars. Okay. After that neutral error, I thought Javo might have gone for a finisher, but just left it. One hit though, and yeah, that's gonna do it for Chief.
Chief
Got a
does
lot
get
of
into the
value.
orange.
Got a lot of value off that stock.
We got blasters, gauntlets. Ooh, Javo gets a little bit of punish action in there.
Ooh. Ooh, little string coming out. Javo in a little bit of a compromised position, but he's back on the stage. He's fine. Switches back to the guitars.
Javo
Goes
ready
for
there on the
bread and
edge.
butter gauntlets. And he makes it back. Gets a lot of damage off, and then gets back.
Chief trying to read when he's getting coming down.
Gets the recovery. Doesn't quite get the kill. I have to say, Chief keeps going for the double down air on the Katars in the same direction, and Javo never dodges in. So either he's going for some mind games and just keeps doing it until Javo subconsciously does it the other way, or he's just whiffing. One of the two.
I've noticed Chief been playing a little bit more patient, just realizing that, I've got to get the chip damage in. I got to get the chip damage in and then go for it.
Go in. And there's that down sig I was talking about that just makes Onyx a hitbox. Get some damage in. Again, I think Chief right now is in the position where he just wants to get some damage in because he knows he's dead, and there it is.
1-all Chief needs this stock to push us into a game 5.
First game 5 of the set, it will be.
And they can easily get there. Good little hit by Javo. Gets another one on the way down.
What's up?
Do you have anything tomorrow?
I'm not doing anything, no.
Okay, then you're going.
No fucking way. With Peter?
Javo
You can have
with
no
the hit.
fucking idea what's going on. He doesn't play Rainbow, but let's go.
I know.
Oh,
No
what's up?
way. Oh my god, Aaron, you're so hot.
What just happened?
I can't talk like Peter, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I have like 2 more if you really want to bring someone else.
Shit.
Oh, Javo takes it off the edge there.
No, you're not allowed to.
Javo, great game. Chief with some awesome plays. Brought us to our game 4. Let's go back over to the bracket. All right, so Javo moving on. Chief moving to game N. Let me get the code. So let's work out the code here. And we should be on to our next match shortly. Let's get the code together. Ready to work. I am muted over here. I will unmute over
My
here.
Just try.
Working out the code here.
Custom.
Custom. So we got Mochi versus Javo, Nico versus Chief. And due to the disqualifications that we have there, we have to push a couple of matches. It'll be just a second while we're working through the details here. Get Chief pushed on from the L bracket, from the DQ, over to play against Nico Vecra. I know I've said it before, but thank you for coming out. I appreciate your time and appreciate watching you play. Everybody here has put on a hell of a show. I know that's coming from a almost gold, but it means something, damn it. We should see, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Chief and Nico will be the next match with Javo and Mochi on deck. Let's see. We will be doing. I want to say it'll be N. I'm gonna get Chief moved over. Let's see about. Oh, excuse. Let's see. Getting the players lined up for the next one. Alright, let's flash back really quick like. Looks like we'll be going to match G. Mochi versus Javo will be the next. We'll see who will be going into the grand final. Then we'll see the semifinal in the losers bracket, and then the losers final to see. Chief and Axie need to play their match in match L. So we should be seeing Mochi versus Javo while that is being played offline. So Mochi and Javo will be our next match for the winners final here. Match G. Mochi and Javo. Alright, we do have our code for Mochi versus Javo. Put that in real quick. And we have Mochi versus Javo. Alright, Mochi and Javo are
Ooh.
ready.
Mochi bringing out the Diana Battle Pass skin. One of my favorites.
That is pretty awesome.
The bow and the... I mean, it doesn't even look like a bow when you're looking at it. Like, look at that thing.
Right, I was looking, I was like, it almost looks like a staff, or...
It really does. Like a wand. And the background that comes in built with this character, too. I think it's the only Battle Pass character with, like, a built-in background.
3,
Diana on the
1, brawl.
blasters and bow against that defense on Onyx.
We're gonna see how this goes. The SIGs just look amazing on these Battle Pass characters, by the way. I have to put that out. Like,
They made it definitely worth the money that you're going to end up spending on them.
Of
You're
course.
not just getting a reskin or a recolor. You're getting a lot of the animations and stuff, things that people don't look at or think of when they're in the store. They really just see the skin and they're like, oh, that's not worth however much. But
Of
think of
course.
all the work that goes into the characters. Now her
Yeah.
blasters looking like
blasters are
gauntlets.
insane. they're very similar to Heat Blast blasters, which are just balls.
So you're getting punched with the balls, not in the balls.
Yeah.
Got
You're
it.
getting punished with the balls in the balls. That would be very unfortunate, but I don't think that'll be happening. This battle pass that Diana came from was actually the one that I did not touch whatsoever.
Not a single game on that season?
I may have played a few matches, but that was it. Cause the season before it, I didn't complete my battle pass by 2 tiers. I was gonna buy or 3 tiers, so I didn't get the color on every character, and I had a thing going on for my main Orion, where I get everything that I can possibly on him. So every skin, every color, and then I didn't get his color on him, and I got really sad, and I said I'm not playing the game anymore.
That's fair.
Because of the 2 tiers. I was even gonna buy them. I put mammoth coins in. I was gonna buy the 2 tiers or the 3 tiers, and I didn't get it.
Got it.
But
Completely
I got
even here.
I got hope here because they brought back the first battle pass. So
There is a chance.
yeah, there is a chance to start bringing back some of the old ones, and that would be good for you. The Bryn skin, the season 3 battle pass was fucking crazy.
I do like Shield Maiden. I rock Shield Maiden Bryn all the time.
The Jotun one is crazy.
Javo takes away and is just getting some credit here on Mochi on his last stock here.
Yeah,
Javo
I
just
haven't been commentating at all, just talking about the battle passes. But Javo's been putting in the work for sure right now. But that's not to say Mochi hasn't been keeping up. You know, it's still a pretty close game. Even though Mochi's a stock behind, we've seen a lot come out of Mochi, and I don't think this is a huge setback. I think this is... Ooh! Beautiful catch on Javo, making me eat my words. I was about to say, Mochi can definitely bring it back, but Javo not letting that happen.
putting in some work. Another new legend out of Mochi. I think we're gonna see. He has enough legends to choose from. He doesn't have to bring a repeat
The same
legend
one.
ever.
I have to say, Mochi is definitely playing for the crowd right now, bringing out all these different legends. I love to see it.
Showing off the skin, I am sure that the Brawlhalla fans are happy to see. I'm sure somebody has seen their favorite already cycle through.
Of course.
Though I haven't seen Bryn. I'm not trying to pressure him into it, though.
Yep. I am.
Just a little. I want to see that.
Mochi, where the fuck is Orion?
Both of these players are from the Stay Hydrated Gamers. Awesome group of guys. All very high-level players as well. Part of their Discord. They're really fun and interesting to just even listen in. I just kind of lurk and learn new shit from them all the time.
Observing. And that's just a great way to learn, honestly. Like if there's so many ways people can learn from something, and depending what kind of learner you are too, just sitting there listening, that could be enough for some people.
These the blasters you were talking about there that just got thrown?
Those are the orbs.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully we see some cool cross combos, because I know he's very capable of getting some sick combos. He's got the Falcon Punch, he's got the jumping, that one. He's got the little hand, yeah, there it is. Switching to the blasters. Honestly, interesting choice, but at the same time, blasters have a lot of kill potential with the SIGs. Side SIG has a lot of range, down SIG has a lot of kill power.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Ooh.
he gets him stopped.
Survives.
Javo was looking for that pound right there on that edge, but Mochi got the stop.
Hits him with a recovery, beating the ground pound, and that gives Mochi the first stock.
Mochi needs to chip away as much as he can right here. Keep
Mochi's
Javo on the
just
back foot.
Between all the weapons too, just switching back and forth, never really sticking to one weapon right now, just using whatever, if a weapon pops up, Mochi's just switching to it. I have to say, very adaptable playstyle, I love it. Ooh, not enough percent to go for the confirmed sider. Hits the neutral SIG. Javo survives it. Dodges the recovery, hits the nair. Ooh, very close. Ground pound comes out, they're both at kill percent.
Mochi definitely put in the work. Gets another stock.
I would like to say, at least from my view right now, Mochi definitely seems very comfortable on cross. At least more than he was on last game with the Diana.
Still got the final stock down into the yellow. This is Mochi's game to lose here. He just puts in the same effort that he's been throwing out there. I think we'll be able to move on into game 3 1-1.
Of course. Again, my favorite saying in this game, though, it's never truly over. Javo might be able to pull something out. I've seen bigger comebacks, so all it really takes is mistakes. It just takes mistakes from the other person's end, or the other person like bringing it out right now, not leaving the other player a chance. You know.
Yeah, you don't give up until it says it across the screen that match is over.
Yep. And we're seeing that from Javo right now, doing a shit ton of damage on this second stock to Mochi. Mochi's getting a little bit worried here, not wanting just to rush in. At least having that extra stock in the back pocket could let him go for like some riskier options, you know. And if he loses a stock, he loses a stock. But all it takes after that is one good gauntlet combo off stage from Javo, and that could be the stock. That could be the game. Javo tying up the stocks at dark red percent, so basically kill percent to like any heavy or any kill option that the blasters or the gauntlets have. But not to say that the game is over for him. As long as he plays safe, he can win this. But at the same time, one mistake on his end like that, and that's the stock.
Pops us up to 1-1. Very evenly matched players. Interested to see who Mochi brings out. Onyx, of course, immediately locked in over there by Javo.
Javo, you know, we haven't seen too many one tricks today, but Javo showing us, you know what? I know Onyx, and that's all I need.
Well, you know, and if you're gonna one trick, somebody that you don't see very often.
Ooh, Algrim. Interesting choice. We're going to see the Macho Man coming out.
The lance and the axe. Both.
Definitely not, if you ask the community, their favorite combination, but...
Definitely has the damage there that he needs to kind of get some cracks in on...
of course.
On Onyx there.
Like, the kill potential is unreal with this weapon combination.
But looking at that weapon speed, both of these guys not looking to string together anything, just strong bops.
You say that, but you don't really need dexterity to rock a lance.
I guess that's true. You can just purchase a ticket and just put somebody on the train.
Basically. Javo almost taking himself out going for that combo. Gotta be careful with that.
Nice dodge there from Mochi.
It's a cool looking axe.
A cleaver for an axe there.
Ooh, neutral
with the
sick
chair.
reversal. Honestly, have you seen Jujutsu Kaisen?
I have not.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say this looked like Nanami's sword. For all my Jujutsu Kaisen fans in the chat. Mochi definitely looking in a very bad spot right now, but is also holding a lance, so I'm contradicting myself. Oh, with the no jumps! And hits the weapon throw! Unfortunate.
Great move there by Javo. Just keeping up the momentum on him.
When you send that diagonal angle off stage on a lance, you just throw the weapon after, because 9 times out of 10 when they're that far, they're not even going to bother jumping right away. They're just going to get the recovery done first. Just throw the weapon at them, and they're either going to die from the knockback or die because you took the recovery.
Javo gets the gauntlets out.
Javo just going around this Macho Man, absolutely just not letting him breathe. You're gonna use Lance and Axe? Not on my stage, you're not.
Nice combo there.
Macho Man retaliates with the fuck I'm not.
It's like they hear you and they're like, nah, let's make him not say that again.
Yeah, this is my stage and you're playing with my rules.
Lance throw into Lance pickup.
And I have to say that is a very Macho Man thing to do. Oh, just keeping him at bay.
The cream
The lance
rises to the top.
Ooh, barely
Holds it
misses.
just long enough.
Hits the nair, goes for neutral sig on ledge probably. No, just lets him get a free recovery, and then Javo reverses it, and then just takes him out with the weapon throw. Honestly, I don't think it was necessary, but did it anyways.
And Mochi needs the knockout early on this stock.
With
Might
the lance
just
and an
get
axe, it's going to be too difficult. Javo keeps recovering high, so I think Mochi's best bet next time he gets him off stage is just to go for a high side air like that. Yeah, and that should definitely be the stock right now. He doesn't have options to go high. Ooh, goes for a very weird option with down sig on ledge. That should definitely be the spell, and Javo's out, bringing this to basically an even game. One hit on Macho Man versus full health on Javo. No weapon spawning for him. Okay, gets the weapon. Gauntlets versus Lance. This is going to be an interesting start because definitely right now Javo's in the worst position. Lance versus Gauntlet, I would almost 9 times out of 10 put my money on the Lance, and this is why. This is why, Par. All it takes is one
taking the ride.
One ticket, and that's all it is.
Both of them get back on it though. Javo with that extra defense, they're barely damaged though.
Exactly. You have to say shout out to that defense, keeping him alive and healthy. You know, like he went flying, but you wouldn't be able to tell that from his health bar. But unfortunately for him, he still took a shit ton of damage on the stage, and Mochi's gonna take him out with the side sig on the ledge.
Good game by both players again, showing just the even matching there.
Bringing it to
2-1.
2-1.
Javo actually
more matches to win this bracket.
Right, Javo actually looking at the legends for a second and
switching up with Core. And we're seeing Val gameplay coming out on Mochi's end. I have to say, the sword looks very weird seeing a cartoon character with a fucking katana, but
with an actual like Hattori sword.
But yeah, it's okay.
Is that Hattori sword or is that Val sword? That's Val
That's
sword.
Hattori sword. No, that's Hattori sword.
I thought so, but I was second guessing myself.
Actually, it might be Koji. But I'm very interested to see the Core gameplay coming out. Because Core is fundamentally like it's basically Onyx, but instead of moving with the SIGs, it's just a hitbox. As far as the gauntlets go, Hammer and Cannon are very different. But for the most part, actually, they kind of play the same. No, not really. But the gauntlets essentially do the same thing, but instead of sending Onyx flying, he just throws his hand. When I first tried this game in early access, I want to say beta, but when it was like really early in its life and gauntlets were the new weapons, I remember picking up Core and having a blast. Core's just a fun legend, you know. Like I could never really pick him up properly, but he's just so fun.
The hammer to me is an interesting weapon just because of the no damage kind of field you have up close. So you have to be able to know your spacing really well.
Hammer's a very big spacing weapon. You can't just be throwing out moves in front of you. I mean, you could just throw out your neutral light and just like kick the guy away from you, but at the same time, ooh, good dodge coming up from Mochi dodging that neutral sig. Cider might kill. Nope. Welcome to Apocalypse. Huge ass blast zones. Misses the recovery on sword, unfortunately for Mochi there. Hits the side.
Pop.
He's gone. Ooh, just runs up and hits him. We're definitely seeing a very different style of gameplay coming out from Javo here, using the hammer opposed to the gauntlets. Survives that recovery.
Into the deep red.
I mean, it really just is, you know, another heavy defense character, by the way, from Javo. And then Apocalypse, too, just having super high blast zones, so...
Mochi sticking with the sword.
Mochi takes the first stock there. Weapon starves Javo out of a weapon. Javo not really too confident trying to push in. Doesn't want to English. He doesn't want to be too aggressive, just so he doesn't end up in a compromised position.
And that's one of the things. Got one punched here. Yeah, it's something that you learn against Javo and in these high defense legends is that you just kind of have to take a second, chip the damage. Don't over extend yourself until you got him into the solid red to where you can get a nice bop off to the side.
Gets a neutral, because like the damage is just not worth it, right? Okay, you hit him like 4 times, but you made that one mistake by overstepping your boundaries, and he just hit you once, and the damage is even now. But right now, Mochi just didn't give him the breathing room to let him react to it, and taking out the second stock. Gets the weapon. That Hammer Cider might take... no, dodges the weapon throw, but doesn't have any options. Oh, J1 unfortunately doesn't punish. Giving him the free recovery. Mochi not in a great spot. Wasted dodge. And yeah, that neutral sig is just going to send him straight down the blast zone. Javo whipping out core now, I think, like, just trying to use a character that Mochi isn't really expecting, and I think maybe that's why he's not using gauntlets that much. Just trying to keep Mochi on his toes by using the hammer, just because like okay, he's played 3 matches against my Onyx. He knows how I play, so let's just switch up the play style a little bit. And right now it's very close. But I have to say I think Mochi has adapted quite well to the core gameplay.
Right, bring out a new weapon. They've seen my hands, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the entire deck of cards.
But still having the gauntlets in the back pocket in case I need my bread and butter.
Keeping it pretty even here. Core taking a little bit extra right as I'm saying that, going to the red, but Mochi right behind him in the orange. And
with Javo having a higher defense, all it will really take is one good hit. Oh, very stupid decision by Javo, I have to say. Yep, and he's in a very compromised position on no weapon. You're going to see a lot of running around from Javo until a weapon spawns. Recovery's going to do it. Yep, and that's it. I think that's just a prime example for you, my student. What did I tell you about throwing the weapon recklessly?
Throw it as many times as you can and pick up a bomb.
Yep, that's that. I think that's something like that.
Oh, it's just what I do. I haven't had actually a coaching session in a hot second, and I catch myself doing that, and then I shake my head at myself.
Fridays are just so hard for me now.
But at least I'm learning. So I know that it's bad. I just keep doing it anyway. So we're getting there.
I guess it counts.
Javo, great game there as well.
Absolutely.
Mochi moving
great to watch
into the grand final over there. We should have shortly the Chief 7262 versus Nico.
And then we'll see whoever that goes against Javo.
And Javo will take them over.
I have to say the loser bracket very diverse from like the winners bracket. It's not like we're seeing like a lot of repeats. Everybody's fighting somebody different that they haven't fought before in losers bracket, which is fun to watch.
So we're just getting the room code there for Chief and Nico to get underway for round N.
Custom.
We'll get that set up here in just a second. I'm wondering if we're going to see Nico bringing out that Yumiko. I'm not sure who we'll end up seeing from Chief in the end. Of course, my phone just starts blowing up. Let's see, going into N, Chief and Nico. All right, we got it. Pop, 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 pop. There we go. Code is up.
Custom.
All right. We have Nico and Chief up on the podiums, ready to rock and roll. Nico actually on Hattori, hovering Hattori right now. Chief on the Mako, not surprised by that. Kind of surprised to see the Hattori pop out, though.
Well, we're gonna see some spear gameplay. I think this is the first spear of the tournament. Or I could be wrong. There's a chance Mochi probably. No, I don't think so. Mochi hadn't used a spear.
I'm trying to think back. I have not. That's actually amazing.
So this is the first spear we're gonna see of the. Wow, I thought Hattori just ended right there. It's gonna be the first spear of the not the bracket of the entire tournament actually. So slight biased, but at the same time, I want to see Chief pop off. I definitely would like to see Chief versus
Javo.
Chief versus Javo get the rematch, or even Chief versus Mochi. You know.
I've been a fan. I've watched Nico play I wouldn't say a whole lot, but I've seen a fair bit of matches with Nico, and it's so fast the gameplay that he puts out there.
I see that. A lot of weapon throwing.
Gets the stun, goes in, and then just finds his ins, finds his outs, gets clear, and goes in again.
Ooh, down sig. I don't think it'll take. Yeah, it won't take the stock, but definitely a good attempt. Misses the neutral sig, barely. Goes for another weapon throw, just poking him with it. I see exactly what you mean. Goes in, taps a little bit, gets out. Oh, overextending a little bit with his heavy attacks, throwing out a random ground pound there. Tying up the percent, honestly.
Doesn't quite hold the edge guard.
Find the finish right now, and that's. Oh, Chief loses his weapon. That's huge. Yep.
We got
Also on Western Air Temple, very advantageous for Hattori here, just because so many of his kill options are off the top versus Chief, where he kind of only really has two. And having such a low blast zone on a map like this, it's really good to have a consistent. Ooh, that's killed himself. Unfortunate.
decent catch from Chief to get him sent out.
Chief with that neutral sig, even though it didn't hit it off stage, still got him off the bottom.
Chief's great sword been something to worry about this whole time, the entire tournament. Anytime Chief's out there with that great sword, it is something to be looking out for.
Chief has learned the throw pattern, so next time the weapon throw comes out, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna dodge it this time. Trying to keep him at bay off stage. Didn't quite work. It was a good attempt, but playing around sword off stage a little difficult with its very good recovery.
Both showing that they're not afraid to get out there on that edge and try and get that pound down and out.
He got that neutral
Nice
sig, hits him with the weapon throw. That the ground pound just covers the entire wall, so that'll definitely do it.
Nico also playing off of the West, so running on East servers for the tournament, but is a West player.
Nico is just putting in the work right now.
And it seems like all things that, like, even myself as a silver, they're all fundamental on the spear. It's just that refined fundamentals of knowing when to drop in, hit the lights, get out safely.
It's not a very imposing weapon like greatsword or axe, where approach me. The spear is very much like you want people to either you want to bait them into coming into you, or you want to just go in a little bit, tap here and there, and be done with it. You're not like the axe where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna swing my side air, and you're gonna jump into it. I'm just gonna throw my moves out, and you're gonna get hit. It's very finicky, very finicky hitboxes. They're very small. Like if you look down air, like the pogo, not a big hitbox.
Right.
Neutral light, that little jabs, not a big hitbox. Side light, not a huge hitbox. Versus axe neutral light, which is double swings in front of him. Axe side light, where it moves forward, overhead swing,
Yeah, you got less margin for error, but they are very quick. Ooh, that should be it.
That's the game.
Nico takes the first one
With the Hattori. Are we gonna see a weapon, legend swap on Chief's end? We're gonna see the Jan, or is he gonna jump straight into the Lucian?
Chief has brought a few legends in on this tournament, so he's got a roster, a base to pick from. So he's not just married to, I mean, he's kind of married to those great swords, but you know, I can't be mad about that. I'm starting to love me some great sword. He has the, you know, that next tip up, so I need to watch him on these great swords because I've got the side light, down light into question marks, and then I get lost from there.
Side light, down light into question marks is a good one.
And I guess the fourth step is profit, right?
Yeah. Of
So
course.
side light, down light, question marks, profit. We got Hattori picked out by Nico Nerd. Again, while we're getting the legends chosen, thank you to the mods in the background, Pandana, Beer Runner. Appreciate you guys getting all the folks where they need to be. I know it's been a headache. We got some last minute changes here. Marches will be better. We march onward. Also, for the folks here, both players, viewers, anything like that, feel free to get in the Discord, put some recommendations, some thoughts down. We are all about taking in that feedback, learning and growing. We'll probably be relying more on start.gg for the players.
Ooh, bringing out Arcadia.
I'm very excited to see Arcadia. Now we got the spear and the sword. I mean, I didn't even think twice about Arcadia existing. We talked about moving from Bryn to Wushang, but that great sword, it's just it's a fun weapon. If we had I don't know, there's who is. Let's see, we got spear and cannon.
I don't think
I
we
don't
have
think
a
that
spear.
exists. That would be my next one.
Yeah, there's cannon blasters, cannon sword, cannon katars, cannon axe, cannon gauntlets. Yeah, no.
I think the Arcadia is a great pick here too. Again, with us talking about Nico finding that speed, getting in, getting out. You got that great sword to rely on for that power, but you got that speed and the combo potential from that spear to kind of keep up if you have need for it.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely, like, great pick coming out with Arcadia. Just, like, the sword can put in the work, and then you have the spear with, like, the setups. I mean, it's really... Honestly, I think out of all the great sword characters, I would say Arcadia... Not for, like, Sandstorm reasons or anything, but I would just, like, I think the way her kit is made, if you know what you're doing with Arcadia, probably the best greatsword character, and that's gonna be it for Chief here.
I thought Chief had it to get back. That sig right there is the reason to play Arcadia. That beetle is just hilarious.
The side sig it just covers so much too. It's not like it's giving you options.
So trying to get into that great sword combo, just shifting back right, left. But Nico not having any part of it, dodging up and out each time. Ooh, close there, but gets out of it. Chief gets right back into some light combo. We're about even 2 stock apiece. Chief would like to take this one out. Hattori with the sword.
Going in and getting his little pokes that we've seen from Nico from last game. Ooh, sets up his little down sig.
Nico not falling for it, doesn't get stuck. Ooh, Chief with a nice combo. Puts him off to the side, decides to stick in on that great sword. It's doing work for him.
Give me 1 second, Par.
Yeah. Chief just needing to get a little bit of extra credit here. Any damage that he can put on Hattori right here will make this next stock easier. Might be able to take it. They even it up, but Chief up 2-1. Hattori turns back around with a side light combo. Chief pops him off to the side. Can he keep him down? Nico right there on the edge. Down sig doesn't hold over the edge there. Hattori gets back on the field. Chief takes the game, moving on to the next one with his Arcadia. Stays locked in on Arcadia. Nico in on Hattori. Really enjoying the amount of great swords as I'm trying to learn it as well. But the great sword just puts out such massive damage. But Nico being able to get in, get out, get those pings, try and safely get out.
3, 2,
On Miami,
1, brawl.
first weapon goes over to Nico Nerd. Chief picks up the great sword. Nico not afraid of taking the fight to the edge if we have to. Just great dodges coming out from Nico, getting to a safe distance and then re-engaging. Great combos there from Nico. Switches over to the spear. Chief misses. Nico with a gravity cancel just misses himself. Picks up the weapon after the throw. Both weapons thrown were unarmed. Chief gets his spear. Nico not afraid, ready to engage on the edge without a weapon. Doesn't get stuck going for the weapon. Chief almost gets popped into a position. That sidelight just misses. Chief off the edge. Nico gets bopped. Doesn't get to edge guard. Chief back on, just misses. Nico has a chance here, just misses with his signature. Chief taking him up and over. That almost takes him off to the left, both in that one, or the red. Nico picks up his spear, just misses a signature. And that should be the stock. Chief still in that deep red. Grabs the great sword. Just needs to get some damage, as much damage as he can before losing the stock. Still no weapon for the hands of Nico. Chief just over top. Slide through one another. That should be the stock off of Chief. A couple hits onto Nico as they go into the next one. Nico finds some damage even without a weapon. Nico just behind Chief. Tries for that sig to hold him in place just a little bit off. A couple of more taps from the great sword. Nico off to the edge. Chief lets him back in. Gets the setup. Nico trying to get back. Hits the edge just fine. Spear versus spear. Chief tries for a setup, just misses. The sig misses out. Nico about to punish, gets the pogo. Chief takes it up 2-1. Chief in the yellow, so just a little bit down in the health, but up a full stop. Waiting for Nico to make the next move. Chief gets a couple good taps in. Nico looking to try and close out the stock as quickly as he can. Chief getting a little bit more aggressive here. Needs to find this win. Nice light combo. Chief gets the pogo off. Almost has the setup. Hattori not falling for it. Chief guarding out that weapon. Nico picks it up. Definitely an uphill battle here. And Chief takes it away. Great game. That'll force us into, I believe, our first Game 5. Switching out to Orion. So we get to see Nico's Yumiko versus Orion.
Three, two, one, brawl.
We may have to have a restart here. we will have to do a restart here on this one. The servers were changed without a authorization and update and agreement. So Panda will get us reset here for this game 5, and we'll go off the game 5. So stand by just a second for us. Or are we going to proceed? We'll let the judges make that call. For now, we will continue the match, and we'll let the judge make the call on that one. Chief with the lance. Guarding out that weapon. Nico ends up getting in and getting the bow. Chief landing lance blow after lance blow. Puts Nico in the red. Nico needing a weapon. Chief has a hold of it, but she gets a hold of the hammer. Good guard there. Chief finding a way in. Up top. Trying to get in as close as he can with that lance. Just misses. Chief takes it off, but he's in the red. Just needs to get as much damage as he can in here. Doesn't seem to find a hit, though. And we're back even footing 2-2 in this game 5. Winner of this will move on to face Javo in the final of the lower bracket. Chief in the yellow health has the spear ready to move forward. Bow is doing damage. That fire just has an easy way of blocking in your way. Gets a train ticket on the lance. Nico, though, returns and gets the dunk. Not the train that I would want to be on. Ooh, almost gets the signature there. Ooh, the sidelight just barely misses. A couple of hits and we should see Nico out. Nico trying to balance up the damage, though. Just get that extra off of that stock before moving into his final stock. Chief now just behind in health. Chief just barely gets tapped by the one. Nico coming in from above. Gets bopped out. Chief, an uphill battle here on this last stock. Game 5, winner of this will move on into the loser's final. Chief bringing out that lance. Oh, just barely gets popped out by the hammer. Nico taking that over. We'll look at that and we'll leave it up for a second. Check over.
Three, two, one, brawl.
So now we've got Chief and East player playing on West servers. Bringing out the Jaeyoon. I believe that puts us at 2-all for this match. Chief with the great sword on that Jaeyoon. Back on that comfort weapon. Great sword, just doing work there. Jaeyoon on the orange, though. Nico with the bow. Chief on the great sword. Dodges the fire. fire down again, just kind of keeping him at bay. Gets in there with a couple slaps. Great sword drops the fire, ready for another great sword. Gets that stun power of the fire, just keeps you from getting in and being able to comfortably land those licks. Nice combo there from Chief, has him out to the bottom left. Another one, but just misses, turns it around, and that's enough to get the kill. Nico switching, keeps a hold of the hammer. Chief looking for his first weapon, picks it up, sword versus hammer. Nico landing 2 combos in a row, putting Chief into the yellow, and we're basically even again. Nice couple of dodges going in. Dodges out of the fire, this time not getting hit by it, but still slows his approach. Throws a weapon, wants to get that great sword back in his hands. Nico unarmed here. Jaeyoon trying to guard that weapon. Gets a couple good hits on with the weapon guard. Chief gets bopped, red to red. Nico on the edge, guarding clean. Good hit by Chief. On the edge yet again. Gets the clear. Chief in the red, up 2 stock to 1. Swaps out the sword so he can stay on greatsword for the next weapon drop. Nico picks up, even though he's getting hit. Those few hits off that greatsword puts him soundly into the orange. Nico gets the bop, though, with the hammer off the edge. And it's still pretty close. Chief waiting for the next weapon to drop. Should be a great sword for him. Drops in the center. He picks it up. Nico is ready with that fire. Into a light combo. Just gets the 1 hit on it. Jaeyoon, here comes the great sword combo. Chief and his great sword have been a force this tournament. Dodges that. Gets ready. Chief on the edge. Blocks it. Drops Nico down. Nico gets pushed into, let's see, that'd be 4th place. And we'll have Chief versus Javo for the next match. So Nico drops out in 4th place. Thank you again for participating, being here, being a part of it. Everybody, I definitely appreciate you guys being here. The mods getting up our game. Javo is ready. We will get Chief right in to our semifinal match. We'll see the winner of this moving on to Mochi, the loser of this going into 3rd place. While we are getting that set up, I just want to go back over to this screen here for just a second. Obviously, we had a couple of folks unable to make it today, but Nico, Javo, Vecra, Mochi, Chief, all you guys being here, being present, being a part of the tournament, I definitely appreciate your time coming out, being a part of it. It's definitely huge and helps us out so we can learn, grow, and get better as a channel. And build a really cool community. As you can see here, we've got Javo and Chief getting ready to move on. To our game O. Let's see here. Set up.
Custom.
And let's go into the next match. Do we have a code? I see it. All right. Chief and Javo. Javo bringing out the Onyx. And Chief taking a look at the legend, bringing out that Arcadia. Can the Arcadia damage crack that defense of Onyx? We go into the map bands. Javo dropped down to this match by Mochi. Has the chance, if he can take this win, to get another round against Mochi. Chief and Javo faced 2 rounds ago in the second round. Javo dropped Chief down here. Can Chief get this match back from him? We have gauntlets on Javo. We have Chief with the sword. Both are about even. Oh, shoot. I'm on the wrong thing. Hey, it's going to happen once in a while. That'd be this one. There we go. Both some heavy hitting items here. Getting one punched. We got Chief flying through the air. Chief got back down on the ground. Spear versus cannon. Both are about even. Just a couple more licks and we would see one of these guys go flying. Almost gets the setup. Javo bops just out of range of it. Chief off the side. Willing to fight out here if Javo will have it. Just misses the sig. That puts Chief out to the right. Javo in the orange though, nearly to the red. Chief can get this. Needs to end this stock as quickly as he can and move Javo on into the next. He doesn't quite get it. Again, that high defense of Onyx keeping him in it. Chief just unloading. Gets him dropped down. Chief in the yellow. It's pretty close to even. Cannon and great sword. Feeling each other's movements out. Great sword combo from Chief. We've been seeing it all day. Almost knocks him out. Chief still has a chance. Chief gets back to the edge. Javo edge guarding as much as he possibly can. Just wants to end this right now. Doesn't quite get it. Chief gets a couple more hits in. Can he bring this back to even? Misses with that sig. Chief gets a nice couple of hits in. Javo just a little bit ahead on the health. Chief trying to not get popped to the side off of that edge guarding. Javo getting out of those combos now. Puts Chief up and out. Javo in the orange. Chief wanting to close it out. Chief has Javo. Tries to get the setup off the edge. Misses that signature. Is one of my favorites. Javo in the red. Chief just barely damaged at all. Needs to end Javo's stock to put him back to even 1-1. Misses the sig. Takes a couple of hits. Javo, nice combination there on the cannon. Chief switches up to the great sword. Not enough to send him off the top. Nice dodge there. Javo ready, but just barely misses. Chief jumps out of the way. Chief lets Javo back on. Pops him up and out. Chief on the orange has a chance here. That little bit of extra credit there. But Javo gets a swipe. Chief trying to keep it on the edge. Javo misses the sig. Javo holding him on the edge. Chief throws the weapon, trying to keep himself alive, trying everything he can do to just get back on, get the other great sword. Javo gets hit a couple. Chief not quite out of this just yet. Nice dodge. Chief throws the weapon, looking frantically for another one. Gets the spear. Tries to use that speed now. Ooh, just barely gets out of the way of it. Javo takes it to the edge. Chief ready for him. Sidelight not enough to do that damage to Onyx. Onyx now in the orange too. Anybody with a solid combo. Oh, just enough. Pops Chief 1 down. Javo holding on to that Onyx. But Chief switching over to Nyx. That's a hell of a Nyx skin as well. Winner of this match goes on to face Mochi in the grand final match. Chief looking to get the redemption from the
3, 2,
round 2
brawl.
drop from Javo. Chief picks up his blasters. Blasters versus cannon. Chief, a nice little combo there. Again, not too much damage coming out of it with the defense from Onyx. Onyx puts the damage right back onto Chief with his cannon. Double weapon throw, both of them pick back up. Javo looking to hit the ground there, needed to get his jumps back and recharged. Gets the uppercut on Chief. Chief loses his weapon, picks up the scythe. Gets a little bit two tapper from the scythe. Chief down in that red. Javo not too far behind him. Nice little hit from Chief. Can he hold him to that edge? Just misses it. Now it's turned around. Chief floating, trying to get back down. Javo ready there to hit him. Just misses the sig. Chief sends Javo off to the left. Chief trying to guard him off. Javo clears over top of him. Ooh, Javo, can he get it? Misses the weapon throw. Good dodge there. Now we're back to Chief on top. Chief with the weapon. Javo looking for the next drop. Chief weapon guarding. Javo gets a hold of it anyway. Chief throws him off. Does he go for the ground pound? Doesn't take a chance. Sent off to the left. Javo in the gauntlets. Deep red territory. Chief picks up the blasters. Needs to end this stock as quick as he can. Gets a good tap, but Javo's still out there. Misses the pound onto the map a little bit. Has a chance here. Javo getting a little bit of extra there. Chief now in the yellow. Oh, Chief wanted that closeout. Gets it. Not too far behind here. Wants to stay on the scythe. Chief is ready to roll. Javo just clearing through each other. There we go. Couple hits land. They're well within each other's range. Chief getting the damage back that he needs, but it's just not enough. Sig takes out Chief, drops him to the side. Javo just a little bit ahead on health, or a little behind on health, but he's got that extra stock there. Chief's going to do whatever he can to kind of close out this stock and bring it back to one stock apiece. Just misses going off the edge there for him. Starting to play a little bit more risky. Needs to put Javo out as quick as he can, but that extra defense there just kind of keeping him in it. Chipping that damage away on Onyx. Onyx on the edge just misses the sig. Onyx just a little slower to get up than he was expecting. Javo back on the edge. Good hit by Chief there. Chief getting that extra damage though. Or Javo getting that extra damage. Chief on orange on his final stock here. Dodges out. Just misses that last hit. One solid hit will get Javo out of here. Now Chief close to the roof there. Chief following. Doesn't get the dunk down. Here's the opportunity. Uphill battle for Chief, but it's possible he can make it happen. Decides to stick on Scythe. Javo looking for a weapon. Could just throw out an unarmed strike and potentially put Chief out how low he is right now. Opportunity striking for Javo. Chief worried about that edge guard from Javo. Just barely misses that hit. Javo putting him up and out the ceiling. Great game by both. We see Lucian coming out from Chief as we go into the map ban phase. So a lot of speed, but not a lot of damage on Lucian. So he's going to look towards chipping that damage away on him until he gets him within a comfortable range, and then go for a knockout blow. First weapon going over to Chief. Javo right behind him. Javo with the first damage. Gets the hit. Javo playing a little bit harder this time. Willing to take a couple more risks being up the matches. Blasters overlapping on these champions for Chief. Katars coming out. Javo not letting up. Goes for the double pound. Gets both for the early stock. Javo on the yellow. Decides to stick with the gauntlets. Chief gets a hold of the blasters. Javo getting in that damage though. Chief just barely misses but gets the jump into the low. Chief ready for that edge. Can he get him off? He gets him off the edge. We're about even on the second stock. Javo holding Chief off. Chief in the yellow. Javo with a nice sig there. Gets a good hit. Hits him a second time. Chief getting back onto the edge. Third time, not the charm. Chief on top of Javo. Javo manages to get back. Uppercuts his way back onto the stage. Javo with the miss. Chief there to punish. Chief trying to end this stock on Javo as quick as he can. Will he get it? Looks like he should with that weapon throw. Just gets him out. Chief gonna get as much damage as he can in here while he still has his 2 stock. Chief getting some good hits in. Javo gets the hit. Knocking Chief up and outward to even on 1 stock. Javo just slightly behind in the yellow health. Chief now with the Katars. Just chipping away as much as he can here. Javo gets the sig, throws the weapon. Looking for the next. Gets a hold of it. Now it's time for the cannon. Chief trying to close the distance. Doesn't quite get there though. There's the couple of hits he was looking for, and that's enough to put him out. And that'll get Chief the win, putting us into the next one. Oh, looks like we quickly locked in the legends here as we go into the map bands. Javo bringing in the Petra this time. Petra on the flip, high damage. Still decent, spec into the defense there.
3, 2, 1.
But now we get to see some orb. The first weapon up for Petra is the orb. Chief with the blasters. We'll have Javo show us some Javo plays. Just a little off. The range on that orb is just a little unwieldy. It can be a little awkward, some cumbersome at times. Good double tap right there. Blocking out that weapon. Throws out a sig, just barely misses. Chief gets in close. Health about the same across for each. 3 stock still on each side. Javo, nice combo there. Watching for that edge, doesn't quite get it. Sizing each other up. Very small, one light. Nice little combo coming down. Weapon throw into the gauntlets. Oh, gets taken by the unarmed attack. Chief aiming the wrong direction there. Javo ready to punish. Gets the knockout. Javo swapping over to the orb. Gets rid of the orb. Prefers those gauntlets. Chief and Javo switching spaces there. Javo, nice little combo. Chief looking at that weapon, picks it up, takes the guitars. Javo on the red. Chief not actually too far behind in the orange now. Javo still in it. Chief trying to get that knockout shot. Javo says, I can probably get another one with these orbs. Javo just gets knocked out. Chief in the orange, still a bit of an uphill battle. Both at 2 stock though. It's still anybody's game. Gauntlets were ready, just aiming to the other side. Chief gets a couple of free shots in with the guitars. Puts the health totals very close to each other. Good approach there by Chief. Gets a hit in. Orb going up, just a couple of taps. Chief trying to get this combo string started, but just can't find purchase on that first couple of hits. Oh, almost does, but Javo dodges out of it. Health totals about even. Javo there on the edge, 2 guard out. Gets bopped by Chief's guitars. Javo has an opportunity here. Chief trying to get back on. Doesn't want to get that knockout shot. Chief wants that weapon, can taste it, picks it up, guitars in hand. Javo and Chief almost at the same health totals here. Chief now with an opportunity. Now a Javo. Javo with the knockout to the left. Red's health 2 stock to a fresh 1 stock. Chief gets the blasters. Chief into the orange already. Javo not letting up for a second, trying to keep that speed, trying to match him in the air there. Chief trying to come in from above, using that angle. And as he goes, just side smashes. Javo up and out, but with a fresh stock. Chief into the orange. Charges up. Just like a Super Saiyan here. Javo is trying to keep up with that speed. Chief needs to get this. Javo with an opportunity here. Chief gets on through the blast. Chief in the red. A single sig should be enough. Opportunity here for Javo. Javo moves over to the gauntlets, immediately sigs but misses. Chief in the air with those guitars is dangerous. Javo got him. Oh, doesn't get the grab. Misses the sig. Chief almost there to punish. Javo swaps out to the orb. Just misses the sig. Great dodge by Chief. That should be enough. It's almost there. Chief trying to get back. Orb there to defend. Oh, here's Chief. It is even. There it might be that. There it is. Javo takes it away. The damage so close to each other. You saw they were at 500 a pop. Javo moving on to once again fight Mochi. Chief, great game. Thank you for being here. We will get set up for the grand final. Mochi versus Javo, a rematch of the finals.
Hey, Pardew, it's Banana Panda.
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't see the message, but Mochi had to go.
Okay.
So that's it. That puts Javo at the top, unless we want to coordinate later on Javo versus Mochi. But that's something I think we should have.
Yeah, we can coordinate with them later and see if we can't round it out. Perfect. Well, then that lines up everything here. I will go ahead and click over to another scene real quick. Yeah, we will move into another scene, and then we will be back on. We do have a Rocket League tournament later. Of course, Community Day being today, so if there is anybody who is looking for any kind of multiplayer game, put it out there in the chat.
Javo just said in the the chat here that Mochi may be able to come back. Do you want to hit him with an @ and see if he can make it back? Jabo definitely wants to play it out.
I mean, it'd be up to Mochi. I know initially he said that, and now it's been 2.5 hours, so I know that he was on a time crunch. And we can always hit it. We're going to be here for the next 9 hours.
Yeah,
a little under.
8.5. Yeah.
So we'll work out the details there. We will get that played. So I will keep this bracket up and saved. Let's move over to. I'm just going to use my stream starting, I think, logo for a second. We're going to put some music on. We're going to get the. We'll use the tournament one, and we'll get rid of this. Cool. And then we'll have a new game coming up here shortly, and we will get in touch with everybody. So throw out games in the chat if there's anything that anybody's interested in playing. We'll put this timer on. It probably won't go a full 20 minutes. Let's call it 10. Cool. And we'll be back here shortly. Again, to all the people who are here, thank you for playing, for being a part of it. Chat, thank you for being there as well. And stay tuned. We'll get some more games. Throw some games out there. Get in the Discord. Cool. Cool.
What was that?
Sitting lonely in my room again, trying to find the words to say, but nothing comes out. I am looking for the better days, seem like they just stay away whenever I try. There's so many things that I keep in my mind. My friends keep me out and it hurts every time. With all the emotions I built up inside, oh why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time